Hey girl, it's Lexxii. Welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be talking about the case of Latasha Harlins. Now if you're not familiar with who that is, insert picture here. She was a young African American teenager who died back in March of 1991 due to a gunshot wound in the back of the head due to this Korean lady named Soon Ja-doo. I think that's how you say her name and stuff like that. And basically what I'm going to be doing is, like I've done with all true crime cases, basically read what I find off of Wikipedia and stuff like that, and basically pause in between to give my thoughts on the whole situation and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into it. Y'all feeling this bob, by the way? I like it. It's so cute. My homegirl hooked me up. Okay, it says the killing of Latasha Harlins. Latasha Harlins, born January 1st, 1976, died on March 16th, 1991, was an African-American girl who was fatally shot at the age of 15 by Soon Ja-doo. I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong to my Korean / Asian followers who are watching this. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this name. I'm just saying it the best I can. Shot at age 15 by Soon Ja-doo, a 51-year-old Korean-American convenience store owner. Doo was tried to convict of voluntary manslaughter in Harlan's death based in part on security camera footage, in which, if I can find that security camera footage on YouTube, I'm going to try to insert it in this video, and if I can't, I may link it down below because, copyright reasons. The judge sentenced Doo to 10 years in state prison, but the sentence was suspended and the defendant was instead placed on 5 years probation with 400 hours of community service, a $500 restitution, and funeral expenses. The sentencing was widely regarded as an extremely light sentence and a failed appeal. Contributed to the 1992 Los Angeles riots, especially the targeting of Koreatown, Los Angeles, Harlan's death came 13 days after the videotaping beating of Rodney King. And which you don't know who Rodney King is, I'm going to insert a picture of him as well. He's basically a well-known African-American male who was fatally beaten by the police back in the 90s. In which I just really think it's BS how the sentence was, originally 10 years, but it was suspended, and she only got 5 years probation and 400 hours of community service, a $500 restitution, and funeral expenses. That's bullshit. Like, you fatally shot this girl for no reason, and all this kind of other stuff. Well, which I'm going to get into the reasons why she shot her and stuff like that, but you basically shot this girl for no reason and stuff like that, and pretty much you just got away scot-free with murder. Now, let the roles would have been reversed. If Latasha would have shot her, it probably would have been World War III, but I'm just saying, like, that's just bullshit. That's nothing. That's basically like a slap on the wrist, like, you shot this girl. It's basically like a slap on the wrist, like, you shot this girl, you're scot-free. Like, really? Like, it just really breaks my heart. No, I'm not going to get into the life. Okay, it says, I'm reading the death part. It says, Soon Ja-doo's store, Empire Liquor, was located at the intersection of West 91st Street and South Figueroa Street, Vermont Vista, Los Angeles, and was normally staffed by Doo's husband and son. However, on the morning of the shooting, Doo was working behind the counter and her husband was outside resting in the family van. Shortly before 10 o'clock a.m. on Saturday, March 16th, Harlins entered the store. Doo observed Harlins putting a $1.79 bottle of orange juice in her backpack. Doo concluded Harlins was attempting to steal and did not see the money Harlins held in her hand. Doo claimed to have asked Harlins if she intended to pay for the orange juice, to which Doo claimed Harlins responded, "What?" Sorry, y'all, my camera died, so I'm going to record the rest of this on my tablet. Not on my tablet, on my computer, sorry. I'm reading off my tablet. Shortly before 10 o'clock a.m. on Saturday, March 16th, Harlins entered the store. Doo observed Harlins putting a $1.79 bottle of orange juice in her backpack. Doo concluded Harlins was attempting to steal and did not see the money Harlins held in her hand. Doo claimed to have asked Harlins if she intended to pay for the orange juice, to which Doo claimed Harlins responded, "What orange juice?" Two eyewitnesses, 9-year-old Ishmael Ali and his 13-year-old sister Keisha Coates, disputed that claim, saying that Doo called Harlins a bitch and accused her of trying to steal, to which they claimed Harlins replied that she intended to pay for the orange juice. After speaking with the two eyewitnesses present and viewing the videotape of the incident recorded by a store security camera, the police concluded that Harlins intended to pay for the beverage with money in hand. Videotape showed that Dew grabbed Harms by her sweater and snatched her backpack. Harms then struck Dew with her fist twice, knocking Dew to the ground. After Harms backed away, Dew angrily threw a stool at her. Harms then picked up the orange juice bottle that dropped during the scuffle and handed it to Dew, who snatched the bottle from her, and Harms turned to leave. Dew reached under the counter, retrieved a revolver, and fired at Harms from behind at a distance of about 3 feet. The gunshot struck Harms in the back of the head, killing her instantly. Dew's husband, Billy Hung Ki-doo, heard the gunshot and rushed into the store. After speaking to his wife, who asked for the whereabouts of Harms before fainting, he dialed 911 to report an attempted holdup. Now, what I don't get here, y'all, is you have the two eyewitnesses that pretty much disputed the claim, saying that Latasha, she said that she was fixing to pay for the orange juice and stuff like that. You have two eyewitnesses here that's saying that Latasha had claimed that she was trying to pay for the orange juice and stuff like that. Two witnesses here. But yet, you took the Korean lady's side and stuff like that. Like how she said, like she claimed that she observed Latasha putting the orange juice in her backpack. And when she confronted Latasha about if she was going to pay for it, she replied, "What orange juice?" But you had two eyewitnesses backing up this dead girl. But yet, you just threw that claim out the window and stuff like that and took the Korean lady's side. And she pretty much got away scot-free with the murder. Like, that's just fucked up. Like, just because someone's young and black does not mean that they're trying to steal. Like, just because someone's young and black and they walk into a store does not mean that they're trying to steal. Like, the girl clearly had the money in her hand. She clearly had the money in her hand, was walking up to the register and stuff trying to pay for the orange juice. But yeah, you thinking that she trying to steal and stuff like that, and you just freaked out on her. And quite naturally, when someone's freaking out on you and stuff like that, trying to attack you, you're going to defend yourself. So I don't blame Latasha for trying to defend herself. I mean, that just blows my mind. Like I said, you have two eyewitnesses. What is that? Their name was Ishmael Ali and his sister Lakeisha Combs. They were there. They witnessed the whole thing and stuff like that. You have two eyewitnesses that back Latasha up, saying that she was trying to pay for the orange juice, but yeah, you just took this other lady's side, making it seem like Latasha was trying to steal the stuff, which really she wasn't. Like, that's what gets me. And clearly, this Korean lady was the aggressor. It said that she snatched her by her sweater and snatched her backpack and stuff like that, and threw a stool at her and stuff like that. Like, it's just crazy. Let's get to the trial. It said, Soon Jadu testified on her own behalf, claimed that the shooting was in self-defense and that she believed her life was in danger. But you attacked her, so of course she's going to defend herself, dummy. But her testimony was contradicted by the statements of the two witnesses present at the time. Yes. Her testimony was contradicted by the statements of the two witnesses present at the time, as well as the store security camera video, which showed Dew shooting Harms in the back of the head as she turned away from Dew in an attempt to leave the store. The Los Angeles Police Department ballistics report also found that the handgun Dew used was altered in such a way that it required much less pressure on the trigger to fire than an ordinary handgun. Decision and sentence. On November 15, 1991, a jury found that Dew's decision to fire the gun was fully within her control, that she fired the gun voluntarily. The jury found Dew guilty of voluntary manslaughter, an offense that carries a maximum prison sentence of 16 years. However, the trial judge, Joyce Carlin, sentenced Dew to 5 years of probation, 10 years of suspended prison, 400 hours of community service, and a $500 fine. Yes, Judge Carlin suggested that there was mitigating circumstances in Harlem's death. She stated, "Did Miss Dew react inappropriately? Absolutely. But was that reaction understandable? I think that it was." Carlin added, "This is not a time for revenge, and no matter what sentence this court imposes, Miss Dew will be punished every day for the rest of her life." The court also stated that Dew shot Harlins under extreme provocation and duress, and deemed it unlikely that Dew would ever commit a serious crime again. Furthermore, Carlin deemed that Dew's capacity to act rationally in the situation was undermined by her experience with past robberies. And I can kind of sort of understand why Dude had acted the way that she did and stuff like that. Because, like, the judge had said, like, Carlin deemed that Dude's capacity to act rationally in the situation was undermined by her experience with past robberies. Like, I'm pretty sure she probably was robbed in the past and stuff like that. And she probably thought, like, oh, it's just another robbery she's trying to steal, which really, that's not the case. Like, Latasha obviously was a good paying customer, but I'm pretty sure she probably was scarred by the other past robberies and she just reacted like that. And it says a state appeals court later unanimously upheld Judge Carlin's sentencing decision 3-0 on April 21st, 1992, about a week before the LA riots. In July 1992, the Harms family was rewarded $300,000 in settlement. Well, I just want to say, in a way, like, they kind of sort of got with that. Well, they pretty much got justice. Like, they had got like a $300,000 settlement and stuff like that. And like, they upheld the sentencing decision 3-0 and stuff like that a week before the LA riots and stuff like that. So in a way, the Harms family got what they had got the justice that they deserved and stuff like that. And I just want to say, this whole situation just couldn't have been avoided and stuff like that had the Soon Jadu lady would have been paying attention. Like, if you would have paid her attention and saw that, well, she claims that allegedly, like, she had put it in her backpack and stuff like that, and that she didn't see the money that Latasha had in her hand and stuff like that. Like, I feel like maybe she probably was making that up, or maybe Latasha probably did put it in her backpack and was intending to pay for it. I don't know, but I feel like if you were paying her attention, maybe you probably thought she was trying to put it in her backpack and stuff like that. But I think, like, Latasha, in my opinion, probably kept it in her hand and was walking toward the register trying to pay for it. But she was so scarred, like Soon Jadu, she was so scarred by the many robberies in the past and stuff like that, that she probably thought like Latasha was trying to steal and stuff like that, which really that's not the case. And she just freaked out and just shot her. But I feel like this whole thing could have been avoided had she would have been paying attention. Like, duh, like, you clearly see the money in my hand, you clearly see the orange juice, I'm trying to pay for it, I'm not trying to steal. Like, this whole thing just could have been avoided had she would have been paying attention. But like, she just probably was just so scarred by the many robberies that took place in the past, and she probably thought Latasha was just another robber trying to rob her. But lo and behold, she was just another paying customer, just trying to make her living. She was just a regular paying customer just trying to make her way and just go on about her business. But it just turned deadly. But shout out to the Harlins family. If you're watching this, RIP to Latasha Harlin. She will be truly missed. I'm pretty sure she already is truly missed, but she will be truly missed even more. And with the Soon Jadu lady, if she's alive, you're watching this, like, that little girl didn't deserve to die. Like, you just pretty much just shot her for nothing because you were just so freaked out about the past robberies and stuff that took place that you thought she was just another person trying to rob you, which really, that wasn't the case. She was just a good paying customer and you just took her away over BS. So yeah, that just about concludes this video. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to link all my social media accounts in the description box down below, so feel free to add and follow me on those. Also, don't forget to turn that notification bell, because if you don't, what's the point? Peace out.